Hold on, y'all. Be right back. Shoot. Just a second, y'all. I'm still here. Let me check the sound. Let me check the sound. Check the sound. Okay, perfect. Okay, sorry, y'all. I was looking for my mic, and then once I realized where it is, I had to reach up behind me over my fridge and get it, and my butt would have been all in y'all face, so I had to cover the camera. I didn't want to be rude. How is everyone doing? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Let me get mic'd up here. Where's my little? There we go. My bad, y'all. Let me plug the mic in. I'm gonna do a sound check really quickly. Okay. Sound check 1 2 1 2. Sounds good. Sounds good. How is everyone today? I hope you are all doing very well. Welcome, soul family, my loves, to Manifest with Mo. I am Mo Mania Shanette, and sorry y'all, and here we talk about all things manifesting because everything you see, you, me, we are all a manifestation of the mind of the Most High because we were first a thought in the mind of the Most High before we materialize into matter. So therefore, it is always mind over matter. Happy Thursday, everybody. I have a story to share with you. And let me grab something. Let me grab something really quickly because I'm going to show you a few tools that I use. Just a second. Let me grab it. Oops. Okay. Um, so I talked to y'all about manifestation tools a lot. One of the tools I have here is a notebook. This is a manifestation notebook journal that I started. Uh, oh man, when did I start this? Let me see. I didn't put any dates. Oh, that bugs me when I do not write the date. It really bugs me. I started this though last year. Yeah, 2025 at the beginning of the year. I don't think it was 2024. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to look for any indication of when I started it. Okay. I just want to give y'all some tools to work with, physical tools and prompts when manifesting. But you know what? Before we dive into this, I'll wash my face, y'all, I promise, but it looks a little crusty. Okay. Before we dive into this book, let me take a sip of my coffee first. You know, it always makes me feel magical. All right, let's place that back on the warmer. Keep it nice and toasty. I was listening to Brian Scott as I drove to get the creamer for our coffee today. I played one of Brian Scott's videos where he's talking about, it's actually, I think it just released today, maybe yesterday. But he's speaking about Neville Goddard and Neville Goddard's lectures and how they changed over time. And it was in a particular part of the video where he spoke about Neville Goddard um, lecture or lectures in which Neville Goddard was speaking about basically reincarnation. And that prompted the question from one of my children: why don't you think people remember? And my child asked me, did I think that people didn't remember because it would be too much for them as a child? And that expanded into a beautiful conversation. And what came from that, and our take on it as we continue to converse, was that people come here as an experience. Just imagine the creator existing always, right? Just continuously existing, doing nothing but existing. So then what did the creator do? Create, and infinite create all these beings, right? Where infinite possibilities can be played out over and over and over. And so what that moved us into was the fact that we come here with that creative power to create infinite possibilities. And the few of us that realize this know that we have the power to create the desired reality, and from those infinite possibilities we choose the ones that we desire. I want to say it again: those infinite possibilities, we choose our desired reality. What a beautiful thing that is. What a beautiful thing that is. And I have a story of gratitude to share with you all. um I was doing some manifestation work, helping someone else out. And so I said, okay, I need to get into the mode of desiring. I've been journaling. I've been journaling and I've been at peace with journaling. I've been making more journals. I know I showed y'all um a journal. I think I showed y'all this in the video. I think the live stream is up, but I actually made another journal, an A5 journal. Um the other day, and it was a larger. I made an A4 and then I cut it down to an A5. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been content. So this person needed me to help them manifest something, and so I said, okay, I need to get into the mode. And so when I went into the mode, and we stay with me, walk with me here, of manifesting, right? I'm like, okay, I'm realizing things. I'm like, well, when I manifest things, it's always a deep desire for something. And this thing that they need is material. It's a material thing that they need. And so I'm like, okay, how do I manifest? Let me show y'all the side of my journal. I think it's so cute. It looks offline, kinda. It's because the way it's wrapped, but yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Anyways, um, this thing is material that they asked for my assistance to help them manifest. So I had to go into the material plane to manifest this. And so while going into that mode, I'm like, okay, I don't feel a space of need. I know we say need is a bad word, but need is what prompts us to manifest things, right? And so I sat there and I was like, I'm just in a space of gratitude right now, of being right where I am. And such satisfaction just poured from my soul, and it just encompassed me. And I was just like, wow, this is so beautiful to just be so grateful for the space that I am in right now. Just being here in this space. If I look at my goals list, are they all met? No. Um, there's things that need to be done at this moment. I still need a closet. Just different things, right? That still need to be done, right? But I'm so content. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. I'm so joy filled. And getting to that place within yourself, it allows you to operate from a space of pure, powerful creation energy. It's ultimately what we are striving for, right? We do everything based on a feeling. We do everything based on, let me make sure the sound is still working. Okay, it is. Everything we do is based from feeling, right? We do things for people because we love them, because we love how it feels when we make someone else happy. We don't want someone to be mad at us. Like, all these things are things that we do because of feeling, based off of feeling. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I was making sure the video was still flowing. So sorry if I'm talking slow and dragging my words. I apologize. Let me just make sure everything is working. Okay, and I just like to check in on the chat because a lot of times I want you to know that I see the chats, and or sometimes, excuse me, that I don't see them. And when I finish, it says that there was a comment or a, yeah, during the video, and I'm like, but I didn't see that. So if I'm not ignoring you, it's just that I didn't see it. I'm testing the chat now. I'm doing hearts from my other page, and I don't see the chat. So I'm gonna say hi and see if that pops up. Am I on the right channel? Am I live from Manifest with Mo? Yes, I am. Okay. See, I don't. I think that I might be blocked from my own channel for some reason. That's weird. So just so y'all know, sometimes your comments are not coming through. I just tested it and it's not working. So if anyone else is here and can send a chat and I can check it and see if it's working. But so far, it's not coming through. Okay, so I'll keep an eye on the chat just in case anyone pops in. I love to answer your questions. So, after all of that you just heard about you being in control, you having the power because the breath of life is within you, and with that breath is what we speak. Breath has to come through our vocal cords, right? Because that's the only way we can make that sound, right? Through the vibration of our vocal cords, and then we pronounce our words with the movement of our tongue, our mouth, our teeth. I meant to say lips, not mouth, but with the movement of our mouth, right? The components of our mouth. Breath, though, breath. The breath of life is in us, and with that, what do you choose to speak? How do you choose to speak? I said this to you plenty of times. I remember listening to Reverend Ike, in i- one of his videos, and him saying that the like people think that certain words are curse words, but the curse words are the negative words that you use after I am. I am, right? Two of the most powerful words that we speak, if not the most powerful words that we speak. I'm going to say they are the most powerful words that we speak. I am. Because it declares who you are, what you are, and all that you are. I am that I am. You are in control, or are you? And if not, who's in control? Is it the TV? Is it social media influencers? Are you letting what the celebrities do dictate how you live your life? Is your mom in control? Your dad? Your significant other? Your children? Your sibling? Like, who's in control of you? Because you should be in control of you. Maurice and I let our children know that they are in control of their actions. They're the only ones in control of their actions. And for them to choose what to do with that free will, but choose wisely. You are in control. I'm going to say it again because some of you don't believe it. You are in control. This is your life, but is it your reality you're living in? Look around you at the things you manifested, at the things that are in your life right now. Are these things that you've placed there consciously or subconsciously? Because everything you see is a manifestation. You're going to manifest whether you do it consciously or subconsciously. Subconsciously, or consciously. And consciously is what we practice here. Intentionally manifesting your desired results. I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back who didn't hear it. Intentionally manifesting your desired results. And so, I'm trying to think, do I have anything? Okay, I don't have this item with me, but this right here is an item that I desired to manifest. This, by the way, is a thrift wish list. Um, and so I screenshot things a lot, and I like to place them down in my journals as to help me manifest them, right? So this is a manifestation book for thrifted items, things that I desire to find, and in the thrift store secondhand. So here's something right here. This is a oil lamp. It's a vintage porcelain Aladdin style Victorian floral lamp. So I placed this in this book, this picture, and what I did, I forgot to come back and actually write down the dates that I found the items that I found so far. Someone had this one listed for $15, I believe, on, I'm not sure what marketplace it was on or what website, but I thrifted two of them for $7 each. So $3.50 each. Um, Here's something I'm on the hunt for. Vintage bread boxes. I got one, but I mean it's okay. And now it's kind of falling apart. I thrifted from the Goodwill. This one right here, I really, really would love to get this one. Um, and normally I would tell you, do not share your manifestation journal with someone, just because you don't want to pick up those feelings or those doubts or emotions that they may have, because we do feel and sense others' emotions. But these are, I apologize. I have no idea how long I've been talking. I apologize. I have no idea how long I've been talking. I'm on mic. Let me go back. I know we say need is a bad word, but some gratitude. And it's that I am my goals list and my need to be so content and getting to that place within yourself. It allows your energy or Love how I feel going to know that I see that. Yeah. Okay, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see your significant other. Okay, I don't have this item with me, but it's right down in my drum, and it's a vintage porcelain Aladdin. I forgot to. Okay, so it just died. Here's something I'm on the hunt for. It will. Your manifestation journal may have. Just 1 second. But these are okay. So I apologize. It cut off when I was saying that these are things that if they manifest, they manifest. If not, then they don't. Basically, that's why I feel comfortable with sharing this because we don't want to put the energy out there for other people to drain our joy that we have for what it is that we are desiring manifesting. That's the first thing to feel for it is gratitude, right? Um so I was speaking on the fact that I manifested this vintage Avon geese measuring cup set. That one was hard to find, especially for a reasonable price. Like they, as soon as they were listed, they would sell. Um, and then someone listed one for $25 one day, and I was like, okay, I gotta snatch that one. Sold. I was like, wait, okay, you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna just go back into my journal. I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna love it. I know where it's placed in my kitchen already. It is mine. It is done. And up 1111, while we're speaking about manifesting and controlling our desired outcome, and 1111 is a representation of the gates being open. God taking a screenshot of our mind at the moment. And my siblings and I, all of us just we're in a group chat and all of us got 11 text 1111s within 1111 that minute. So that's awesome. So let me show y'all. All right, so I have a few things in here that like I've already um let's see here because I need to get my little sticky notes. My sticky notes and cover a few things because it's just because it's my journal, But okay, so this right here, and this is some material stuff. So this is material stuff in this journal right here, right? Um, the Jordan 12 flu games, right? And so I have been desiring them for a while, and I manifested them because they're my favorite pair for a lot of sentimental reasons. Um, but I wanted another pair because I hadn't had one, and I don't, I only owned one pair of them before, and like I said, very sentimental reasons why I desired another pair, and I manifested them. And so that's the type of like I put it in my journal, and then I journaled a little bit about how it felt to have them. Why I desired them, how I felt to have them. Did my thank you, and I got it. So another thing, let me show you. Let me move this out the way. Okay, so here is another, and this one is from March 2024. So this was a Coach Lana 23 bag that I desired to manifest. And not only did so I took the picture after it arrived and I added it to this journal entry, but this was my inspo picture. I can't remember his name. I didn't write his name down. But it's two pictures there in one. And so basically it was videos where they accessorized their bags. And so it really gave me a feeling of having the bag. And um once I put that picture there just to get that feeling of having it. And then once I got it, I added the picture there and did a little write up on the other side of it, of the first original entry. Sorry if it sounds like I'm just like word vomit. I'm speaking a little bit too fast for myself. So, and then I have another journal entry here. And basically it's this pair of earrings here. I have been searching for, like, I knew what I wanted and I was like, okay, um how do I describe these particular earrings, like, how, so that I can key it in to Google so that I could find them. And so I did find, when I saw them, right, and I was like, oh, those are the ones that I want. And so I took a picture of them, put them in my journal, and what I noticed in my journal was that I had like some delays in ordering. It kept processing, and then I had to call the credit card company and say, "Hey, like it's saying the order went through, but it didn't go through." I mean, not the credit card company, the company where I ordered them from, um, Zales, and I had to, let them know, "Hey, it's saying that it went through on my card end, but not on your end." And they had, basically, after we got everything worked out, and I had to wait like 2 3 days to try it again, to place the order again. And when I placed the order, I wrote a note here that it was 4:44 p.m. And that was confirmation to me that what I desired manifested it in that moment, became a physical reality in this realm. And the metaphysical confirmation was the 4:44, which was the time that I ordered it. So yeah, that was really awesome, and I'm happy that I wrote it down. That I took that note because, sorry, I'm getting so thrown off by all of that going on out there. I need to focus. Um, this right here is what I talk about when I say that we are manifestation scientists, and we are conducting experiments, and we are collecting data and analyzing that data to see what works. This is what I'm talking about. So that's why I'm showing you this. I have manifestation journals from 2017. And so I before, I was able to screenshot, I would go on the internet, I would print pictures, and I would cut them out and glue them into my journal. So I have those journals still in, I have them here somewhere, and I can share some things with you. But right off the bat, one of the big things that I manifested that I truly desired was a, MacBook. And it worked out where we received like basically it was purchased for us through a school program, through an educational program. The MacBook, like we were able to go get the use the funds to buy this MacBook. And so far it's happened two times. Um where I was able to even upgrade my MacBook. So like I'm really, really grateful for that. That was something that back then I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna afford a MacBook, but
The how or the why is not our business. I mean, the how, the why is our business. The how is not our business. I just knew, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to afford it, but I know I'm going to get it. I know that it's mine. I know that I have it already. Um, the same thing with my Jeep, as I told y'all before, I made a huge like poster board just outlining everything. This is my Jeep. This is the coasters that are in my um cup holders, this is the air fresh, whatever. This is what I have in there. And it manifested. Um, I'm trying to think what else. Not just material things such as this, right? Oh, and that's one thing that I'm going to talk to you about in just a little bit. Natural manifest the money, because in this society you need money to pay your bills, right? We'll talk about that in just a minute. But manifesting physical changes in your body, with your body, on your body, right? Desiring to feel alive, healthy, vibrant, just doing that work, going inward. Write those things out, script those things out, because a lot of the things that I wrote in here, it was actually scripting. After I wrote my whys, I like to write my whys because I like to check in with myself and analyze and think, why do you want this? Like, is it you truly wanting it? Or is it society putting this picture in your head and therefore you think that you need it, or you think that you should have it in order to be somebody? So I always analyze things first now before um, putting in the effort to manifest into my reality. So let's talk about money. Let's talk about it. Um, I'm gonna give you a personal example because once again, this week has been beautiful spiritually. This week has been beautiful. Um, Mentally, it's been a little bit of a struggle. Physically, it's been a struggle, but spiritually, it's been beautiful. Um, so I was like, okay, I have some things coming up that or some things that I'm working on that I desire to have a certain amount of money to do them. And so I'm like, okay, you know, I is getting closer to that date of the goal, that where I want to meet this goal. What do I do? And so I was like, okay, now as I stated earlier before, it's one of those, like earlier when I was helping someone manifest something material, I was just like, okay, I don't feel like a need for money. Now, this is the thing, because money is on a certain frequency. My frequency has been, I've just been really enjoying nature. More on a natural frequency, more on Earth's frequency, and just a spiritual, soulful vibe. The frequency of love, right? Money is on a different frequency, and I feel like a lot of us, I'm gonna put it this way: in order for you to get on that frequency, you have to be in a space of desiring things that you have to use money to get. That money has to buy, because it doesn't have to be you using the money. Someone else can be using the money to get these things, to do these things. It doesn't have to be you. But on this frequency of money, right, it requires you to desire something that money pays for. And so you have to go there. So that's why a lot of us who are very earthy, whimsical, and just in a space of being very soulful, I said spiritual, I think, if not spiritual, right? Or on a natural flow of things. Um, like I've been in this space to just the desire to take care of my plants, journal, all these things that I'm doing. I already have all this stuff, so there's no need for money. So what happens when I'm not thinking about money? I have no desire to get it because I'm so happy where I am. Then the flow of it, right? The extra flow of it may slow down or may cease. Excuse me. Excuse me. Just a second. Because now it is not a current dominant force in your reality. And so I was talking to Maurice about this about 2, 3 days ago. And I said, wow, that is why people say money is a trap. Because you have to continuously think about it if you want it to continuously be flowing in. Whether people say it or not, oh, I just forget about it and I just let it be. No, you don't. You don't. You don't, because that's on a you have to be on that frequency and stay in that frequency of money. That's why I was created to do just that, to keep you on that frequency. Even if you win the lottery today and you hit for $9 million, you still have to be on that frequency in order to keep that money and know what to do with it and how to invest it in order to keep it flowing in, because of the society that we live in, because of the structure of it, the financial structure of it, which requires money to pay for things. So if I came here and all I spoke about was you just manifesting, all these things and bringing it to your reality, and didn't ever mention the fact that we live in this type of society, it's just like blowing smoke up your what. And I'm not here to do that. I'm here to keep it real with you, to be transparent. So, just 1 second, I need to blow my nose. Let me mute this. All right, my apologies. I'm back. Um, okay. I just wanted to make sure. All right, we are good. So, in order to manifest these things, right, until we get back on the barter system, until we do more for ourselves to really truly gain our sovereignty. People talk about sovereignty, but within a system that you still are not going to have any sovereignty, because you still have a ruler over you. You still are going into this system to tell them that what to do. Oh, sorry. My bad. I thought I was turning it down. telling them how to do what to do, but you're still receiving things from them. You're still using their form of currency. So where's your sovereignty in that? We didn't come here to talk about that today, but I just wanted to put that on your mind. Another thing is what we have to realize is that going back to the conversation in the car, and I had to explain that we came here for our own experience, but that was some of ours. I'm gonna say everybody's, but some of us took it back. Our experiences were hijacked along with our history, along with our identity. And so those of us who realized, wait a minute, who received that call or came here, right? Dolores Cannon spoke about, and I'm gonna say speaks about because her voice is still speaking even after her physical transition from the form that we recognize her in. Her voice is still, she's still speaking about these particular groups of people, of souls who came into this reality to shift the way that we think, to shift reality. And with that, where was I going with that? The fact that you have the power to create your own reality. That's what we talk about here. So what do you choose to do with that power? Are you in control or are you? Like, you in control or are you? What does control look like for you being in control of yourself? What that looks like for me is we went to see Michael, and when the move when it's first opening up, like the interest scene, entrance, right, of the movie, the first scene, before the first scene even plays, you see this animation of Mike's shoes. He's walking, and I was just like, I'm in the theater and I'm talking to my, I'm like, like, oh my goodness, like, look at his shoes, look at his socks. Watch out his when he goes on his tippy toes, right? This is the animation. I know that it's not even him, but the feeling that I have and the way that I was able to express it, I was in control of my own emotions and my own thoughts. And I didn't care in the theater who laughed, who felt some type of way, who thought I was a geek, because I am when it comes to Michael Jackson. And that's who I am. I have been, I'm not gonna say obsessed, but like in love with Michael Jackson as a person, okay, platonic, not that way. Um, since I was old enough to recognize who Michael Jackson is. His music, his voice, his energy has always moved me in my soul to be a better person, to to be myself, and it's always soothed me and loved me and wrapped its arms around me, and I'm grateful for that, and I have no shame in expressing that. And I was able to love Michael Jackson through all of the allegations, through you know, every face change, all the things that people would laugh at him and call him weird for. I was able to see him and recognize myself there. And I was able to relate to being teased and being different and called weird and being made fun of, and was like, wow, like what better company to be in? And all of those things that used to make me feel like, oh, I have something to prove. I have something to, and this is just talking about me being in control of my life. We're done talking about Michael Jackson. We're in this video. But just in being in control, taking control, realizing I don't have to buy this to fit in. I don't have to have that to fit in because I don't desire to fit in. I came here to stand out. I came here to fit in my skin, in my body. This is where I came to fit in my place. It's the only place I fit. Your life, I want you to look at your life like Cinderella's slipper, and you're her foot. Might be a funny sounding analogy, but all of them. Do y'all remember watching Cinderella? I remember watching Disney's animated animated version, and all of them trying to fit into that slipper, and none of them fit. You are the only one who fit in your life. Why not live it the way that you desire? Because if you're here, right? If you are here, that means you have a pure heart. You have a beautiful mind. You have a wonderful soul. You are love. If you're here and you resonate with me, you are pure love. There's love busting from your seams, pouring out of you, oozing out. And that love spreads, and a lot of times that love is shown and poured onto and wrapped around people who don't even deserve it. But you keep loving. And if more people had creative power, creative control over their lives, like how people, when people are writers or they're doing movies or music, and they say, but I want more creative power. I want to write the song how I want to write it. I want to write the movie. I want to write the book. I need more creative power as an artist. You are the artist. Take your creative power back and create your life the way you desire to see it. Create your life the way that you desire to see it. It's not selfish. And sometimes we have to be selfish, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Create your life the way that you desire to see it. I was going to say something, and now I forgot. Let me go back. I hate when that happens. Let me sip my coffee and think about it. What were we talking about? Having creative power, Cinderella slipper. That's what I was going to say. That if more people are given creative power, less people will be creating chaos. I firmly believe it. We've talked about this several times before that most of the people who do these school, pew pews, um, they've been mentally suppressed some way in anguish, they've been abused. Their creative power, their power to create their life was stripped away from them. They were suppressed in some way. They were damaged, they were hurt, they were abused, they were neglected in some way. And it impeded on and diminished the use of their creative power. We have to allow our creative power to flow. Being creative is a feminine energy. We all have feminine and masculine energy. We're tricked out of using both by our physical aspect, our physical being. Which part do you have that dictates how you have to behave in this society? And I mean in the simplest form. I don't mean whether you have feminine or, excuse me, masculine um, mannerisms. I mean simple things like, oh, you're a woman, you're a girl, be quiet, stay in your place. Don't speak while the men are speaking. And then the men who have the ideas, right, damn near blow up the world. Because they think that they have reason, but they really don't. And I'm not saying all men. I'm saying that men that are placed in this we always hear the term toxic masculinity, but then there can also um vice versa. There needs to be a balance. What about men who are looked down upon because they do feminine things, right? Because I told you it goes both ways. And a man may have something to say, may have researched something, may, say, hey, I think for this issue, maybe try this. And then we say, oh, we don't, need advice for you. What do you know about being a woman? When they just simply, it's not about being a man or a woman, it's about having the feminine and the masculine energy, not about being male or female. They just have the same prefixes on the words because our physical aspects, our physical attributes fit the description of what we conceive as humans, as beings here, because all of us aren't human, as beings here, that feminine and masculine fit those physical attributes or descriptions. Another example is um s- maybe saying that a woman's place is in the kitchen, and then some little boy who desires to be a chef never steps foot in there because he doesn't want to be teased. He doesn't want to do these things. Or having like a kitchen set and the children's play set, and saying that the son can't play there. And we wonder why so many fathers are not in the home, or why they're there and but they're not. Or the fathers who will get up and go to work, mom gets up and goes to work as well, but all the dad does is come home, eat, sleep, do things for himself, doesn't help with the dishes. That, like, I've seen these things and I've seen them flip. I've seen it where it's this way with the mom. Both parents go to work and the dad is the one doing everything and the mom does nothing. I've seen it both ways, right? Um and so there has to be a balance of the feminine and the masculine energy. And feminine energy And I'm really gonna talk to Maurice about coming to do the video because I desire for it to come from someone other than myself because I feel like when people see someone that they view as feminine, um, and or a female, that they automatically assume that, she's a feminist, this, and that is not, that couldn't be further from the case. But if you look at it through a spiritual lens and you really examine this on a soul level, then you realize we need more feminine energy throughout the world. Because who do the majority of people call on when they're hurt? As a child, you looking for your mom. I looked for both parents. I would look for either because my dad had a balance with us. There is a balance with my parents. But I'm speaking as far as growing up. I have my own personal example. And I'm currently living this. I'm living this with my family that Maurice and I created, where Maurice has a beautiful balance of feminine and masculine energy. Um, and like I said, growing up, my dad nurtured us. Um, yes, my mom did all these things. I'm focusing right now on my dad just because I want to give you an example of a male with a healthy balance of feminine energy. Um, my mom worked two jobs and went to school to get her degree. So, and my dad was working two jobs because he was running his own business and had a 9 to 5. Um, thank God for my grandparents as well, who stepped up. My auntie Debbie, my uncle Troy. My just people in my family. I just don't like to leave anybody out. But um, so my dad packed our lunches. My dad cooked. My dad cleaned. I remember a Saturday where my mom was like at school all day. My dad washed our hair. Like my dad was there to the point where I could call my dad, and even if it was something growing up that was like a feminine, no, a female issue, I was very comfortable to go to my dad. I'm still very comfortable to talk to my dad about anything. And so, and the same thing with Maurice. They know that they can go to him about anything, and it's not that he'll do it. He'll take care of it. He cooks, he cleans, like we do this together. And so I'm saying that to say this, that having a healthy feminine masculine energy balance is what ensures success. Period, point blank. It's what it ensures success. And everything that I said has everything to do with manifesting. Because here we talk about how to manifest your desired reality. What is this on my screen? I have talked to y'all for over an hour. Wow. Well, thank you to those of you who joined in. I cannot see the live chat today. I have no idea if anybody commented, and I won't be able to see it after because unless I go live from, I think, the internet browser on my MacBook, then I can't have a replay of the live chat for some reason. Um, it used to set it up in advanced settings, but now it does not. So Yeah. I'm pretty sure I came and I shared everything that I desired, or not that I desired, that I was told to share with you all today. Um, Continue to romanticize your life. Buy yourself flowers. I might go buy myself some flowers today. We have plenty of flowers in the house, but I think I want some a mixed bouquet of roses, so I might go do that. Um, just different things. Take those self love baths. Um, Play the music. I can't play any copyrighted music while on live stream, but I will play some when this live stream is done. Just romanticize your life. Like I tell y'all, sip coffee out of a cute. I don't. This is a mug that I got from the Goodwill. I love the design of it. I love the colors. I love the contrast between the black and the cream color. Just different things that you can do that make life more interesting, more fun, because we came here for that experience. Don't take life too serious to the point where you're so busy trying to figure out why life exists that you live your entire life and you go through life like that, and you've just been chasing the whys instead of the feels and the goodness and the joy and the feeling of the grass in between your toes as you're barefoot in it. Like things like that that make life so wonderful. Like instead of thinking about why something feels good, just feel it. Just be in it. Just bask in the ambiance of it. Life is beautiful. Life is meant to be felt. Life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be enjoyed. And if you're here watching this thing, you are. I'm not going to even say lucky for you, but what a beautiful and wonderful time it is to be alive. That you are now validated. That guess what? You came here to have a wonderful time. The best part about that is that your job of what you came here to do, that's all it consists of. Is because you smiling, you being in joy, in love, in high spirits is doing what? Raising the frequency, raising the vibration, as Ralph Smart says. You came here for this. Enjoy it. All right. I love you all so much. Thank you to everybody that joined in. I apologize if you left a live chat and I didn't read it. It's because I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try again to see if I enabled the live chat. Let me see. I know that there are some delays, but let me see. Okay, I just typed in "Hey everyone." So I'm gonna give it a. I think it's about a minute or two delay. So yeah, it's not going through. So yeah, I'm not sure. I am not sure what's going on. All right, but I do know that I will talk to y'all soon. And have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday.